Hey guys, I'm going to go over the 2B, the Gizmo Trebuchet simulation. I know that it may not have been working for some of you in the past, and so let's go ahead and take a look. The way you would log in is you go through your PLSD, your class link, go into Gizmos, and then, let's see here. Oops. In your classes, you will see Trebuchet. You will click on your Trebuchet, and then you will click Launch Gizmo. Now, what I would do if I were you, I would set up my split screen. So make sure that your Trebuchet Gizmo tab is next to your Gizmo. Actually, I should show you how to find it. Go to your Gizmo dock. And you're going to have these two side by side. While you have these two side by side, go ahead and split your screen. We did this in class, so there's the split screen. Choose the 2 to 1 the 1 to 2 or the 2 to 1. I like to go 1 to 2. All right, so I've got my Gizmo and my dock side by side. Now I can start working. Let's take a look at the Gizmo sheet first over here on your right. You will see that you have things you need to do before you even begin the Trebuchet Gizmo. First things first, you need to watch this video. You will click here and you will watch it. It is an introductory video to the Gizmo that might say some things that I did not say. After you watch that, you need to complete task 1. Your goal is to design a trebuchet that is going to breach the walls of the Acre and Castle Sterling. Now, there are 2 castles, but what we're going to do is we're just focusing on the Acre Castle. What we want you to do is for your very first launch on the design tab, which is right here, you are going to go and set your counterweight. So you're going to take your counterweight to 45 kilograms. Fantastic. The payload is 160, already there. Fulcrum 9. All right, short arms should be 3. It looks like it's already set for me. And I'm good to go. And then you're going to click play. Go to your launch tab when you click play. So then you can see where it ends. Now, this is what we're looking for. In order to crash down this wall, you must create your trebuchet to launch in a range of 111 meters, a height of 15, and then your required, that's kinetic energy, is 140 kilojoules. So once you knock down this wall, you will have probably met these requirements. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and hit play.
Launch!
And as you can see, I am short. It'll mark wherever you go. But what I do need to do is over here, I need to record what my impact of kinetic energy was. And that is right here. So I can see, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to type 101.4 and I'm going to do a little k and a big J for kilojoules. That's how you measure kinetic energy. Now you are on the design part. Now you go back to the drawing board and you redesign your trebuchet. Anything with a red dot, you can adjust. But as you can see, look at the numbers to the right and your design parameters. They will be changing. So you really want to look at the final standing so you can figure out what you need to change. Now, I'm just going to change my fulcrum height for a minute, and I'm going to go to launch.
Launch!
So I can see, all right, changing my fulcrum height did a really good job. It got me further, but it did not get me here. So I need to figure out how to get it higher and longer, just like in Angry Birds, to hit here. So now let's pretend that that worked. Let's pretend that that was the one that knocked down the wall. Here's how you're going to take a screenshot for this part too. Where there's a little camera, you're going to go to your tools. There's a screenshot. You're going to click screenshot. Now, if this doesn't work, because I know that it's been saying processing screenshot for quite some time, then you can just do a regular screenshot and insert it there. However, you're not done yet. When it comes after you insert your picture, you need to insert what was the final counterweight. Well, how do I find that information? Well, it's right here. If this was my final successful trebuchet, I would type in 4,500 kgs. The fulcrum height, I would do 7.7 meters. My payload would be 160 kilograms. Right, so all of these numbers will be entered here before you can be officially complete. I'm going to go ahead and delete these so they don't stay. All right, now, when you are finished with this, do not click share with me. You will go back to your Google Classroom and you will click turn in. However, again, this must be completed. When you are finished with the Gizmo trebuchet, if you did not create your catapult design yet, you will do that. I'm going to go ahead and explain that super quick while I have you here. I'm going to change my tab back to a single tab. Oh, where did it go now? Sorry. Okay, for your catapult design challenge, here is what you need to do. This is going to be no more than 6 sticks, no more than 6 rubber bands, 1 plastic spoon, 1 paper cup. This is all in your bag of goodies. Now, what you need to do here is you need to, as you can see, I have 1 picture. Oops. I have 1 picture here. You should have at least 3 to 4 pictures in here for inspiration in building your catapult design. If you do not have pictures, then it's going to be considered incomplete. Now, is it possible that you're going to change your ideas? Of course, and that is fine. However, your final catapult design right here is where you're going to list everything that you need. I would insert a photo. Oops. And then I would list the materials. Okay, you're still not done yet. You have some work to do. What you should have done, if you were either at home or in school, you should have tried at least 5 launches. I know you probably did more. If you did more, hopefully you kept a tab of those or kept track of them. Sorry. There we go. So this was just an example. Out of 20 attempts, my snowball, your cotton ball, landed in or near the target 10 times. Then you need to say how accurate was your catapult. My catapult was accurate 50% of the time. In order to figure out your accuracy, you would do 10 over 20, a fraction. So that would look like 10 out of 20 times equals 50%. Oops. 50% of the time. That is for your accuracy. Your second test should have been your distance. What you would do is you would, find a starting point, you would launch it, and then you would measure it. Then you would record measurements here. Also, explain what improvements you made or would make. That is the third part. So you built, you have brainstormed, then you built, then you did your testing. The final part is your reflection. This is the main part. You need to tell me what worked well with your design. Do not tell me everything. Do not say everything worked. It was perfect. No, I want to know, was it your taping? Was it your base? Was it your catapult? Was it the way that you set up your launching? What did not go well? What I encourage you to do is, as you are building your catapult or as you're working, if you go and change anything, come straight here and explain what did not go well. Maybe it was the base. Maybe you needed a more secure base. Maybe your catapult was it wasn't strong enough. So maybe you had to add some tape to it. Then let's pretend that red team's going to do this. What advice would you give them? Would you tell them start with the base? Would you tell them make sure you use your rubber bands here? I want to know, what advice are you going to give somebody else to be successful? All right. These are the final things that you need to do for level 2. All right. So what you need to do is do level 2 on your own, and then you're going to move on to level 3. I'm going to have another video here in just a few minutes for you to watch.